make a video really quick on Bitcoin. Quick technical analysis. We are just coming off an extremely disgusting base breaking. Let's go to a cleaner chart. Base ripping pump, but now, yeah, that's. And technically, you could see that as a doji. Just zooming out on higher time frames. Technically, a MACD divergence there. As far as the RSI goes, nothing here. We're just going to go from higher to lower time frames. As well as it looks like these are about to be crossing up soon, but these are lagging indicators, especially on the daily, so it doesn't really matter. Let's look at the 4-hour though. That is definitely interesting. I no longer see this as an, I mean, it's possible this is an ABC. The only thing is you would have to make it so then if we're looking at the daily, you would have to say, okay, this is drawing a fib retracement from 14K all the way to the 3.8K that we were at. And if this was an ABC and this was somehow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I mean, this is a 1, this is a 2, 3, 4, no, yeah. I don't know, like, if this is an ABC correction, it would literally be, it'd have to come all the way up here, let's just say that. No, I could see it coming up there, possibly, it doesn't have to. Let's just go to the 4-hour though, and I no longer think this is an ABC correction though. I mean, it depends. I mean, we're obviously correlated to the regular stock market, which is also making highs now. I know that today regular stocks sold off all their gains that they made starting this week. So this week started on 27th. On the 27th, we started up here, made a lot of gains, some whipsaw action, a lot of gains. Rejected at the 0.618 level, the daily. Really harsh rejection from the 0.618 level, yeah. Golden ratio right there. Amazing how these lines work, by the way, but as you can see, this is the 27th here, started here, made a bunch of gains, sold off on Thursday a tiny bit, but I think that's Tuesday, yeah, Tuesday, but it's the same as Tuesday, so no reason to panic. But then today afternoon, last day of trading, huge sell-off. I think it's like 3%, yeah, 3%ish, I think, but we did close a little higher, so really small little buy here on support. And we are correlated to regular stocks. Here's the thing though, you can definitely draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a clear 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. I mean, I can even draw it out right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very clear 5 waves. So whether the top is in, I don't know, man. It's entirely possible we can go to this range still. It doesn't mean we don't have to start dropping down, but this was a very interesting week. We did just come back to where we started, so yeah, gonna be interesting to see how we open tomorrow. Circuit breaker days, maybe like over here. What's interesting is this could be a first impulse wave down. This could be the reaction rally, very strong, rejected the 0.618. And as usual, this only goes for traditional stocks, not really so much for crypto. And crypto is the 5th wave, but what I'm going to say is, third waves are definitely usually the strong. Third waves, whether it's going to be up or down, are usually the strongest, most violent, and like super fast. So if this ends up being a 1, 2, and then we're getting a huge 3 downwards, it's going to be fast, it's going to be quick. I hope you have your shorts ready if that's the case. Yeah, I don't see any divergences. MACD definitely divergence. Ooh, yeah, definitely divergence on the MACD here. Triple right there, as well as a small one right here on the 4 hour. On the daily though, we are level. We are also ticking downwards, or about to tick downwards. Anyways, though, and this is correlated to futures. Futures look similar. So let's go back to Bitcoin though, and what I'm seeing here. So I did show the XBT chart earlier. That is not really a concern to me though, because I no longer. I mean, yeah, I don't see this as an ABC anymore. You can even see on the MACD here. Let me put like 15-minute. You could technically you could draw a triangle like right there. Yeah, we're definitely getting squeezed in though into another movement is gonna happen soon, in my opinion. So yeah. So what do I have going on here? Let me explain, and as well as take screenshots and write down what's happening. So I would start with the 4 hour. I think I see this as a 1, 2, and I only see this as a 3. And I see, in my opinion, I think we're going to anywhere, possibly 10.5k even, or maybe just 10k. Like I have no idea how high we're going, but I don't think the top is in. I'm just gonna tell you that, unless this is maybe an ABC. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then ABC, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. Um, or this is a 1, 2. Actually, yeah, that would actually be way better, but right? No, because that's obviously no, I'm just gonna stick with what I originally saw. There's no reason to change it, really, really. Let me just go back. Yeah, so just looking at higher time frames, we just got done with a huge sick pump, and now we're making a triangle, which is potentially a bull flag, and I do have a possible short here, which I don't think I'm gonna take it, just because it's, even though the risk reward is, I can lose 0.8% and gain what is that, 10%. I don't think I'm gonna take it. I don't. I think honestly, I might be better to long. We'll come to a conclusion maybe once this video is done. But if if possible, I think I see. Yeah, I only see three. Yeah, if this is going to continue higher, the SPY has 5 waves in, but this only has 3 waves in. And 1, 2, 3. And if you're short, yeah. But yeah. This is the reason I'm short. If this is a 1, 2, 3, I'm essentially planning to short the C wave of the 4, um, and then we're gonna continue higher 5. Now you could make an argument for why are you shorting the C wave of the 4? Why aren't you just buying the dip once the thing happens? Well, I'm just greedy like that, and I guess I'm a scalper as well. So no, I am a scalper. So um, yeah, I'm pretty much a scalper. So regardless of what's happening, if I see an opportunity, I'm gonna take it. I don't see a reason why you can't do both. Wait for the short the dip, and then, I mean, it does feel a little bit degenerate though once you're done shorting, and then you you take profit and you flip long. That is very edgy, but yeah, you can see volumes dying off here, but I mean that doesn't really matter since. Okay, so here's the thing though. This could be a potential bull flag, or this could be, because we're making a triangle right now. We're making a symmetric triangle. Now, whether you think that triangle starts anywhere from like right here to here, um, whether you think the bottom of the triangle is this line right here connecting this low to these lows, or whether you think this is a bear trap and that's just really these lows, they're almost a parallel line, very close to one at least, and this is more like of a descending triangle maybe. And you take your pick. End of the day, we're making a triangle here. Here's the thing, though. You can definitely count 5 waves making this third wave. Really, whether you want to start from here, one, two, you know, 1, 2, and then it's 3. This is 4, and then 5. And this is what I'm talking about when I was saying earlier that traditional stocks, the third wave is usually the most violent, the fastest, the quickest, and happens really fast. And in very large moves. However, in crypto, the fifth waves are usually the one who have those properties, right? They have these characteristics of being fast, quick, and extremely violent and super large in terms of percentages and movements. I better get on it because I better choose a position here before my opportunity's lost. But anyway, you take your pick. This is either 1, 2. That's the 3, and then you can get a 4 here and a huge 5, or you can start from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we were to draw the Fib retracement starting here, I guess my take profit would. I mean, yeah. So even if I was short here, the C would just be extended a little bit more to 8K, and really don't mind it. I'm just gonna play it a little bit more conservative. I don't mind losing out on 2%. Um, just being more conservative. However, that target though would specifically be the 1 hour 200 EMA, which I do think holds. Um, and again, this is very risky, which is why like the risk reward here is so tempting. I guess it's not risky since the stop loss is really tight, but when I say like it's not risky in the sense like the risk reward is bad, but like in the sense that we're writing there's EMAs and there's absolutely no reason to why we should break these now, but other than and especially because this is potentially a bull flag as well, coming off an uptrend, now we're making a triangle. Possible we go up. So completely possible we go up. So yeah, the only thing a short here would be banking on is, even though the risk reward is really good and the stop loss is tight, even that right there on the 1 hour is a bullish hammer candle, rejecting to the downside. You can see it sort of here too. Yeah, even though that's the case, on the 1 hour, there's still some reasons to why this could definitely skyrocket upwards. And just looking at something like Chainlink, yesterday I was trading it and made this huge move from these right here to 5% move, almost 4.3, probably 4.5 if you count the wick. And you would say, okay, and even just trading this, you would be like, okay, there's a triple, from the high at $4, the local high. We're having yet another divergence here. Yet another divergence here. Consider that a bull trap if you wanted, or high, lower high, lower high, lower high. MACD isn't really following it too much, though. So histogram, I mean, isn't really following it too much, though. That isn't really that big of a deal. But yeah, you can confirm this divergence with another oscillator, which is right there. You're gonna say, okay, I'm gonna go short. However, you better have short at the top, because if you decided to short right here, you would have gotten wrecked by around 4%. And this is definitely moving in a channel, and whether you think this is an ending diagonal, which actually this could have been an ending diagonal. Yeah, I know I saw. I'm getting off track here, but and you could say this was retesting the lower channel, but yeah, you could have went short there. Yeah, but now it's moving in a parallel channel with, however you want to draw. You could draw that lower. You could draw connecting only these two. yeah, parallel channel going upwards, you know, and there's a middle line here where we consolidate before each move. I've noticed, and despite this divergence, I'd be very wary of going on. Anyways, though, I'm going off track. Back to Bitcoin here and the potential play. Let's talk about the LE wave. So if it's because this is wave three, there's two scenarios that can happen here. I'm gonna talk about I'm gonna talk about all three. Let's talk about the bear scenario. There is a very obvious 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulse wave coming down here. This is a 1, that's a 2, that's a 3, a 4 triangle A, B, C, D, E before it breaks down, making a fifth wave. I don't think it will. I'm just gonna check ETH. So after I'm done, I just want to make a little note there saying check ETH. Anyway, so yeah, so bear scenario 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 making an A, and now this is an A, B, C making a B or a 2, and then we're gonna get yeah. So this could potentially be a 1. This could be an A, B, C making a 2, and we can get a really violent 3 coming down here really soon, and then a 4, 5. You know, making even if this is the top, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be the first impulse wave downwards. Then we would get an ABC2, and then you know that's an extremely bear scenario. Again, it depends on what the SPY does on Monday. I definitely think so. We should start seeing action like towards Sunday night as well, is when these moves usually happen. But or us following the SPY usually happen. But yeah, bear scenario 1, 2. This is a 2. This is we're gonna get a 3 really soon, and this would be a 1, 2, and we're about to get a 3 really, really soon. I mean, if I think, if in my opinion, if we're getting a 3, it's either gonna be over here as the target, or this is my target. But yeah, and that 3 would have a 1, 2. I think the 3 that would bounce at this wick, 4, 5 downwards. Yeah, that is the bear scenario. That would end up being a first impulse wave to the downside. And like I said before, we would probably get another, we would probably get a reaction rally or a wave 2 retesting these lows before we get a real 3 coming all the way back down. Assuming this is the top. Now, neutral scenario is really simple here. Because it's Friday night, I mean, it's Friday afternoon. It's going to be Friday night soon. And it's going to be the weekend starting obviously tomorrow. So because volume is very low on the weekend, futures are closed. What that means is we could potentially just crab chop. Like there's really, and the reality is there's, despite, you know, this potential. Oh, by the way, yeah, let me talk about the neutral scenario. Or we could just range here, you know. This is the high of the range, this is the low of the range, and we're just going to crab here, which I wouldn't be surprised happen after like the amount of volatility we just saw, the huge move upwards we saw. Bitcoin, you know, it tends to do this after, tends to just crab after really violent moves like that. You can see here, huge violent move to the downside, and we crabbed for about well, this 12th happened on March 12th. We finally broke out of this crab range on the 18th, so that's almost a week. I remember in this bull market right here, this mini bull market, we definitely had our fair share of crabs. Let me switch to a cleaner chart. Yeah, so yeah, a huge move upwards from here. We had a huge move down here, crab for a couple days, another move down, crab for a couple days, move up, crab, up, crab here, down, crab, up, crab, or consolidation, whatever you want to call it. You know, huge move down, then up, then huge move down with a crab for a couple days, move, small move up. Started slowly bleeding off, ranged here for a little bit, ranged here again, small break up, range, break down. 2 days of crab there. You know, Bitcoin does like to, after violent moves, you can see, you know, a huge violent move here, crab in this range for a couple days. And it doesn't always happen, you know, you can see a huge violent move here, grab huge value money here, but then huge, really quick reaction rally before we go down again, making a truncated truncated C. It looks like, I don't know. Yeah, so that's the neutral scenario on Bitcoin. Really quick. We could really, and the reality is, we could just range here for the next couple days, which honestly I'm fine with. You know, I can definitely be patient and wait till the next move shows itself and then take advantage of it. Now, let's. Oh, by the way, back to the bear scenario though. From this two right here, the issue with this two is if we're gonna make an A to B here, um, there's going to be an A, B, C inside of this A to B. And here's the A. There's an A, B, C making this B. However, I cannot make 5 waves. I cannot make out 5 waves no matter how hard you try. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this could be a 1. This could be a 2 with truncated C. Nope, not 3, because then the 4 would break it here. I mean, that could be a 3, but then it would be an A, B. You know, like the reality is, I cannot draw 5 waves here. So what that leaves me to do is draw an X, Y, Z with A, B, C's in those X, Y, Z. You know, A, B, C, yeah, this would be A, B, C, right? Or this would be, yeah, so what that would lead me to do is make this A to B a W, X, Y. And in that W, X, Y, this would be an A, B, C, this would be an A, B, C, and this would be an A, B, C. Yeah, there we go. So I'll just draw the count really quick here. W, X, Y. Let's make the Y up here. Actually, we'll make it like this, since this is the. Yeah, let's have the bullish count on top. That would be in WXY, and then this would have an ABC. That would have an ABC. I mean, you guys get it, A, and this would be an ABC. I mean, even those ABCs would have ABCs inside them if you really want to get into it. And I know some people are gonna hate on doing Elliott wave on low time frames. You know, and, it doesn't really like non-issue to me. Yeah, here's the thing though. Now let's switch to the bullish scenario because yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna repeat it one more time. If this A to B is supposed to have an ABC, but because the C wave here doesn't have a clear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like it does right here on this A, it doesn't have to be, and I'm not talking about like it being that big. I'm just talking like a small 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 even. Maybe this could be a 1, 2, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe. But then that would have to be. But then that would have to be A, B. No, yeah, yeah. Honestly, if you don't see it the first time, there's no point in staring at this for 30 minutes trying to figure out, end of story. End of the day, you don't see the 5 waves, W, X, Y, A, B, C inside the X to Y. And that's what makes it this edgy, though. That's what makes it, like this possible short very, very edgy. Which, in my opinion, now this becomes this right here. Past that, and I'm out. Like that would be out. I would be out right there. Yeah, past that, and I would be out because going higher than this, I could clearly see it. Definitely breaking out and going there. So yeah, that would be a really good trade to take actually, because then this would A B. Actually, well, let's talk about the bullish perspective and why that would honestly almost be a bad trade. And if this is bullish, though, this would be a good trade because I'd be breaking even wherever my entry is. However, maybe laddering sells here would definitely be good. Laddering sells definitely definitely if we start getting to this level, just laddering sells for a short average of around the end of the E, and then if we or not the end of the E, the oh, by the way, in the bear scenario, this because the B ends there, what's going to be happening is this is a, in my opinion, this is a 1, A, B, C making a 2, and then we're going to get a huge 3, and possibly even more downside depending on some other factors. Or it's possible we could just get a 3 bouncing off here, bounce off there, and then 4, and then a 5 reaching my target finally. Let's talk about the bullish scenario though, because we do have one possible bullish scenario here, and something accompanying it that it's a bull flag. So first bull case, this is a bull flag coming off a huge face ripping uptrend. Now on the bear side, this is possibly a retracement of that uptrend, but it's also possible we could just range here and crab, you know, go sideways just for a couple more days. However, for the bullish case, here's the thing though. The bullish case, it's possible that this is maybe the it's, yeah, it's possible that this triangle is just a wave 4 to it, because remember I said this 1 2 3 4 5 is a wave 3 only. Remember when I said that? You know, 1 2 and then this huge thing is a 3. So this maybe 1 2 and then 1 2 3 4 5, something like that. If this, I mean, I for sure see this as a 3, and even and I for sure see this as a wave 4, because even if we have an A and we have a B, and even if this breaks down to my target here, I'm still very bullish, and I'm still convinced that that would be just an A B C with a triangle B, and then we're gonna go to new local highs after that. However, on the bullish case, like I said though, this could just be a huge A, this could be a B, this could be a C right here, any one of these two. Excuse me. Maybe this one, yeah, this could be a C, and then we have an ABC making a D, and then we're about to have an E coming to the downside, and this E right here, once it's done making a higher low, it's going to break out of this triangle with huge momentum, force, whatever you want to call it, and yeah, it's gonna break out of this and make yet another high, which is entirely possible. But it is the here's why I'm short though, and despite this being a possible, you know, just fourth wave triangle before we center it up, and despite this being just a bull flag, I think there are slightly more bearish cases simply due to the fact that it's the weekend, and because it's the weekend action tends to do the opposite of what happened during the weekday. And during the weekday we had a huge pump, and really I think you know, in the past, let me see if I can find some examples. So the last weekend was on the 24th 25th. You can see here we just crabbed. So the last weekend before that, 17 18 and then 10 11. So on the 17th and 18th, 16th 17th not really much. 18th, okay, yeah, followed the trend, so that's good. But however, towards the end of the day, we did sell off and erase all those gains, so really nothing like happened here. I remember trading this actually. Yeah, I do remember trading that. Anyways, then it was the 10 11th. So on the 10th, you can see here, yeah, just really just more crabbing. We didn't just, you know, more crabbing. So then maybe another example would be the 3rd and 4th. Yeah, it's really just crabbing, but you know, from my experience, just being in this market, weekend actual action tends to it mostly it tends to crab, right? Which is why I brought up the crab in the beginning. But it's usually doesn't follow the trend, and it most like probably like 60-70% of the time it'll crap. The other times it'll maybe like 10% it'll follow the, maybe 10-15% it'll follow the trend, and another 10-15 it goes the opposite way of the trend. Now, the fact that this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, although this could possibly be a triangle, we could have just an A, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the A in the triangle, and then if that's the case, then every other wave though would have to be an ABC. So this would have to be an ABC, um, but you can't even draw it. So this would have to be a WXY. This would have to be an ABC. This would have to be an ABC. Actually, you could. I mean, this could be an ABC. You know, End of story. I do think I'm gonna take this trade, and I'm gonna upload this video right as I'm done. And oh yeah, I wanted to check ETH. I'm gonna definitely upload this, and I do think I'm gonna go short, and it's gonna be this trade right here. It's gonna be I'm gonna be start laddering sells, because despite this already starting to break down, I do think it's gonna break down way further. In fact, I think it's already breaking out of this channel right here that was already in with this right here, with this specific price action. So that would be just confirmation that this isn't going to continue higher. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be taking this trade, and I think I'm going to ladder. Actually, this is why I said check ETH though, because okay, conclusion, I think Bitcoin's going to go down. Let's just check some higher time frames here. Not really much to see. 5 minutes really what I was paying attention. Because these are also making triangles. MACD here is making a triangle. I don't see any divergences. I mean, I could 90-minute maybe. Yeah, I don't see any divergence. I mean, technically you could say maybe descending trend. No. Yeah, just no. I mean, this is technically okay. So 90-minute, and I'm guessing 1 hour. Yeah, ticking upwards. Or it's already ticked upwards though. So let's go to the 30-minute. Ticking down. I think 4 hours really what matters. It's already ticking down though, so it's possible it could tick back up at any time. And it's very edgy to short a potential bull flag. I'm going to, in conclusion though, this would definitely be a very, very safe trade, in my opinion. Breaking this, I would say, okay, you know what? The triangle's done. Because if it breaks this, unless, like, even if it makes a lower low, a lower high, I mean, like, it could lower high, and like I say, this is broken, and it goes somewhere between this and then this here, right, this high right here. That would move this to where it would be like, yeah, I just wouldn't be. I would say just the triangle's done right there, honestly. And like if you're not already in a position on here. Now, one thing you could do is hedge. So that's always a good thing to do when you're triangle. Another thing you could do is volatility contract. So you could say, okay, I think a big move is coming soon within the next maybe 2 days, or the next couple hours at least, in my opinion. A big move is soon. Let me get a volatility contract, or not even if you think volatility is going to pick up like it did here. If you saw this breakout and you were like, okay, volume's picking up, let me get into a contract. Or you could buy a move contract. Where did this daily open though? That is my question. Oh my god, this chart is disgusting. Daily opened at 8810. No, actually it didn't. It's freaking red. What am I saying? Oh my god. Daily opened at 8828. So it's only like a $10 difference, I think, right? 8828, 88. And now it's 8810. Yeah, that's like a $10 difference. It's really nothing. 8828. So where did we open? 8828. Yeah, we opened around somewhere on this. So about this, like this right here. Yeah, around like this. If you consider this a, yeah, 8828, and now we're at 8810. Yeah, so if you think a big move is going to happen, whether it's going to be to the up or downside, getting a move contract here, you can make about like maybe $50 to $100. I don't know, something like that. I do want to check ETH though, just before I finish this video, which I don't know how long it's been now. Only 35 minutes. Okay, it feels like forever. Oh my god. For ETH, you can see the same 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, this is a truncated fifth with a double bottom. Let me just draw it out here. I don't know why it does that. 1, 2, 3. ABC for making a 4. And then truncated fifth right there. Double bottom. It's possible, right? If you think Bitcoin, if I think Bitcoin's going down, and I see ETH here making a impulse wave downwards, and then I see ETH making, instead of Bitcoin making a triangle, I see ETH making an A, B, C with a very clear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can draw there. Can you? I don't know. If not, call it a WXY. We'll just say that, or an A. No, yeah, this is definitely a corrective wave right here. So this could be just an ABC inside an ABC. Regardless, though, that's an ABC, which would make this a 1, 2, and then we're about to get a 3, 4, 5. And I could see this as a 1, I could see this as a 2, and then I see this very, very soon a 3. Shorting ETH though is very, very dangerous. If you wanted to short ETH, I recommended it. You should have shorted at 220. And I would say hold through that because Bitcoin looked like it was topping out, especially after this one. You could tell it's like, yeah, it might scam higher, but after this wick right here, it's kind of over. Yeah, I think we're gonna get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, making it wave 3 downwards, and I'm looking to short that 3 wave, that third wave to the downside. My bad. I mean, this could, yeah, this could be an AB. Yeah, could make yet another lower high here, or a higher low. Sorry. Yeah, I wanted to look at ETH because if I think Bitcoin's going down, I see ETH making this kind of 1, 2, and then I see it possibly making a 3 with a 1, 2, and then a 3 coming down soon. However, this does seem, right? This does seem like an impulse wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, impulse wave upwards, ABC downwards, 1, 2, could just be going higher, or I'm just delusional and we're really just gonna crab along for the next couple days. Just taking a look at some other coins here, so we can see a similar pattern. I know XTZ, you could say this is making a triangle, starting even from here, but really it's these two, really it's just this right here. And in this triangle, could be a potential bull flag. Just looking at the daily, it is slightly going down a bit, and as well as a divergence from that high to that high, as well as a divergence on the daily. I'm guessing with the highs as well. Yeah, XTZ could be in for a retracement soon. We'll see though. Looking at BNB, ticking down the histogram. Another potential bull flag here. You know, are these things gonna? If Bitcoin breaks down, I would say this is. This would just be an ABCDE making an A, and then we would get actually, what if this triangle here breaks down instead of breaking up? I would say this would be an A, ABC, and then it wouldn't be a triangle. Would it? I don't know. I'd have to come back to that. I'd have to just look at it for a second. However, ETC definitely interesting here. Definitely interesting, and this is gonna be the last one I look at. Yeah, I already looked at Chainlink. Really quickly, it's making an ascending triangle. You can see the blue line is definitely the resistance right here. If it can break this resistance, I could definitely see this skyrocketing to a newer high. However, here's the thing: it's making an ascending triangle coming off a downtrend on shorter time frames. Obviously, on the 1 hour, on the 1 hour, possible bull flag, or maybe an ABC. Yeah, I have a hard time seeing this break upwards. However, if it can, ascending triangles are still ascending triangles. It's a very bullish pattern. However, if you take an ascending triangle and you put it on attached to a downtrend, it becomes a bull flag. Something like this. You have a down right here. Um, have a down right here, and then you have a descending triangle. If something like that happens, I expect more downside. I'm just gonna say that. Yeah, and that's gonna be it for today. Thank you for watching. If you did stick through it, I did look at Bitcoin and some alts. I did look at a trade that I'm probably going to take just with 5x really soon. Yeah, this is definitely slowly starting to play out. Now this trade is based on the very high time frames. Anything, I wouldn't say the 4 hour, but stuff like the 1 hour is definitely coming into play here. I would say anything above the two, like anything above the 3 hour, I would start getting disinterested, which is where the scalping comes in. So within the day, I would expect this to. I know the daily just closed, so yeah, within the day. So before the next daily ends, I'm looking to get out of this trade if I do take it. Yeah, this is going to be a really nice risk reward here. I know I'm going to be entering a little bit late, but so be it. If I entered here too, that I could have broken even, and if I think this is going to go down, but yeah, and I know I did say I was going to short ETH, so what would have to happen is I would take a short position here with a stop right, okay. Stop right there, and my target would definitely be the 1 hour EMA here, so just get rid of that. I would see a 1, 2, 3, 4 before we bounce off the 5, or even wick down it and then wick below it, and then that would be around 5%. So I would, yeah, definitely do a 5x. I only have about $521 in my account, times 5, times, multiply that by, let's just do 5%, 0.05. That would be a nice $130 gain, so let's hope that I can make that happen. We're definitely going to be here shorting soon. Now, if I do take a loss, it's going to be 0.078. So let's say 5 times 520 times 0.0078. That would just be a $20 loss, which would make my account at 500. But yeah, I'm definitely okay with taking this trade. 100%. There's a good chance it breaks upward, and yeah, my stop loss is definitely going to be somewhere right here. Yeah. Take the trade, set the stop loss, go to bed, wake up. If the stop gets hit, whatever. I'm just gonna set some alerts, definitely right here. Move these up. Now, don't get me wrong, I've had my fair share of losses here. Especially trying to short ETH, trying to fade the uptrend. I shorted ETH right here, seeing that we were making lower highs but lower lows on the 4 hour, and we had a 4 hour divergence. We also had a 1 hour divergence at one point. However, I failed to realize that yeah, we had a 1 hour divergence somewhere around here. Yeah, right here. I failed to realize that the reality is this played out, but it was very minimal. And it happened very slowly, and because of that, I should have seen that. I'm just talking about past mistakes. I'll talk about that ETH short in another video, but I definitely do need to write this down. Yeah, and I do need a screenshot. So I'm gonna take the trade and then screenshot all the reasons I'm taking it, and then like a good trader. And yeah, thank you for watching. If you stuck through, like, probably it's a 1 hour video, right? Yeah, 45 minutes. Thank you. Goodbye.